Hello everybody! We are live today to see our yellow team play, as you can see from, all the overlays and everything. And of course, it has to be against an undefeated opponent so far. And Moxie, of course, he's with me today, and he will tell you a little bit more about today's two matches that we are going to witness.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing wonderful today. Yeah, we are gonna watch Fenrir play their second match. It's technically week 3, but some moving around and stuff happens, so it's their third match, but their second match. You know what I mean. Basically, yeah, they're 1-1 so far. Enemy team is 4-0, if I'm not mistaken. They've played 2 matches so far, so it's at least it's an important opponent to beat. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how they are going to fare against potentially strong opponents. If I at least look at the OP to GGs, of course it's not always the perfect measure point, right? If I look at those, the match does seem pretty even, I would say. Like pretty similar elo, everything, so it should be an exciting match. And yeah, really looking forward to it.
Oh hell yeah, of course. As I said, we are technically seeing the early season raid boss so far. Again, if RLG just wins 2 today, then they are 6 wins, 0 losses as their score. But of course, I know a team called Foxnyr, Fenrir, that does not really want to let that happen. And of course, Moxie, you said you already looked a little bit through the OPGGs. Is there a certain weakness or something that you think we will have to abuse, or will this just be standard League of Legends here?
I mean, I'm not expecting any standard League of Legends from our boys, at least. I can say that much. Overall, though, the enemies have a couple of players that are, I wouldn't say one tricks, right? Because they all have comp experience, so like it's not always that one tricky. They have a couple of players that have some high preference on some champions, especially jungle, at least I see here. And also the second pick of the enemy jungle looks pretty contested. I'm just going to say some names. The enemy jungle looks like a little bit of a one-trick pony on Hecarim in this case. Second most played is the Lilia, and I know that our jungler is also kind of a Lilia enjoyer, so I would not be surprised to see this pick go very contested. And actually, everyone is already saying ready. Damn, this is going fast. I'm not used to. Yeah. Usually, you wait for like 10 minutes until the thing actually starts. So maybe we can already actually get into champ select for game number 1. Everyone seems ready, and we indeed can.
Well, let's go.
Let's head over there.
Champ select number 1. Yeah, as we said, I think it's always an interesting choice because Moxie, you summed it up perfectly. Yeah, in solo queue, the jungler from, the red team, the opposing team for today, he looks like a complete Hecarim enjoyer, but of course, it is competitive, and in competitive, you are practicing some of the normal meta champions, so, every jungler here has his fair share of Sejuani or stuff like that, Xin Zhao, Jarvan.
Yeah. Exactly. And for the rest, I mean, I see a little bit of a Thresh contest as well. I know that our support really likes his Thresh, and I mean, the enemy is literally called Cram Thresh. So, I see a little bit of a contest there as well. So it's quite some overlapping champion pools. I think probably the only non-overlapping champion pool would be ADC, and we are going to see a very comp-driven first pick, the Skarner.
Oh, of course. Yeah, man, the Skarner. Oh, where do we even begin? He got his rework, and yeah, that's where the story begins, and that's where the story kinda ends already. He got his rework. He can now run through walls. What is Kane, anyways? He can impale multiple champions if he hits it, of course. But overall, he's a strong top laner. He is also a really, really good jungler, and I've seen some people play him on like mid lane as well, so securing that as a first pick, really, really strong, something that we also see like in the highest tiers of champions. And now there was also a Jinx pick, and we can talk about that in a second, because the jungler from RLG, he already tried to gank us in the champ select.
Yeah, a little bit of DC. You know, we all love the league client. Some stuff tends to happen there indeed. But like, as we said about Skarner, you know, it's a really interesting pick, as it, you know, kind of came out as a jungler, but now everyone seems to be playing it more towards top lane, I would say. I think it's probably his most played role right now, I would kind of say. I see more often in top lane compared to jungle, right? And of course, some top laners that you can play top, you can play mid as well, right? We've seen some Tryndamere mid, we've seen some Sion mid, you know, we've seen some special picks mid already. So why not the Skarner as well, right? And I do know some people, some enjoyers out there do like to play the Skarner support. So, you know, it technically is a 4-way flex. Of course, that one is unlikely, but hey, you never know. So yeah, a really good flex pick for Foxnyr Fenrir on the first pick. And as you said, on the other side we got the Jinx. Overall really strong pick, right? Just a really solid AD carry. I'm not sure how strong she is right now. I feel like some champions like Ezreal are really strong currently. Like the Ashe I've seen was really strong. So I'm not 100% sure how strong she is. But you know, overall Jinx always a solid carry.
Sure. I feel like with Jinx, you always have this pressure of you can't die. It's so funny. I think it's so funny. Like when you play against, like, wait, did you see the first game of the main team? Like the last play day, so like the third game technically, where Cerberus played Gwen jungle. You saw that one, right?
Yeah, where Darky tried to 1v9, but unfortunately just didn't manage to get it through.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's so interesting how Gwen, you know, he was chilling there on bot lane and he was ready to counter gank, but as soon as Jinx gets a kill and she gets this insane attack speed buff, you just don't really want to go near it, even if you technically still have all your skills up. If Jinx gets a kill, she does not like expend and use resources. She gets stronger after the first kill, and that's what I think it makes Jinx so interesting. There are not a lot of champions that work like that, you know what I mean?
Of course, it's all these good old reset champions, right? You have something like the Viego as well, who really excels and needs those resets to really kind of exist, you know, be useful, technically. Jinx, it's not quite the same as Viego in that case. I think she's always kind of useful because it's an ADC, you know, you can kind of, you know, you will always do your auto attacks, but she does become a lot stronger if she gets that kill, if she gets that reset, if she can run around excited, right? That's the moment she really becomes strong.
I want to ask you something, actually. You're a support main. When you execute somebody with your ult as Pyke, your next ult has the same strength as the last ult, right? It doesn't get like stronger or anything, right? It
shouldn't get stronger, as far as I know. No. Speaking of the Viego, by the way, we got the Viego here.
Speaking of the Viego, there he is. Perfect. So yeah, I think Jinx really is one of the really rare cases. Maybe Belveth and Viego, as we talked about it. I could have seen the Belveth as well, by the way. I think Belveth really underplayed champion. I think she's pretty decent, if not really good right now. And she's also a champion. If she gets a kill, then she gets powered up for a really long time even. Then she can jump over walls, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, we will rather see the, as we talked about, not the Hecarim, even though it's open, but the enemy junglers, Xin Zhao, absolute normal cookie cutter champion. You cannot really go wrong with it, right? Just decent.
Yeah. Agreed. I think Xin Zhao, I mean, I've said this a lot, I think, in past broadcasts as well. I personally just hate Xin Zhao because he just presses ult and kind of just doesn't take damage. of course, into these 3 picks from Foxnyr right now, they're all melee so far. So, it's not the best for Xin Zhao, right? But of course, the carries that will have to come out at some point will most likely be ranged, and then he will just be able to kind of deny all that damage and be a insane frontline there. And by the way, there's one more pick that scales by kills, and that would technically be Rengar, kind of. He gets his percentage AD and his stacks from getting each kill. He gets more AD. Technically, that's one as well. Just for some reason, got that one there. Got that one in my head.
No, you're 100% correct. 100% correct. You get stronger. I mean, again, you still have your cooldowns. At least I hope so. But he has really low cooldown, so
yeah, for sure.
Oh man, and I just love how the magic works sometimes in Legends of Runeterra. You have an aggressive kitty, and if it shouts really angrily, it can get out of all the crowd control that it is in. It's almost as realistic as eating an orange to get out of, like, I don't know, a Death Realm Prism of Doom. But hey, who am I to judge? Because talking about the Death Realm, we have Thresh in our game as the answer to Nautilus. I have to mention, however, I think Nautilus is a super solid blind pick, and I think I take him over Thresh, right?
Yeah, blind pick wise for sure. I think Thresh kind of offers more diversity. You have the Lantern for the Jinx. You have some more flexibility in the pick, kind of. And Nautilus is just very, very straightforward. You hook and there you go. So there's a little bit of more flexibility with the Thresh. Of course, Nautilus does have his point and click ult, who will most likely always be ready to kind of just press the ult on Jinx and make sure she cannot really do anything. So yeah, Nautilus always really good. I'm not 100% sure into the Nautilus Thresh matchup, because Thresh is my perma ban, so I never really know 100% how Thresh matchups are. Not gonna lie. Because I haven't played against a champion in like 3 years, basically, so I'm not sure. But yeah, for me, I think, thinking about it, it could be a similar matchup compared to the Blitzcrank. I know Blitzcrank is really good into Thresh because he has like the wind up time with his hook, right? And when he winds up his hook, you can hook him, and because he stands still, all that stuff. And we actually get to see a Nafiri. Wait a minute.
Okay, hold up. Now, you know how it is, Moxie. We have our first 3 core champions for our side. Those were the 3 melee champions. For the enemy side, it was the Xin, it was the Jinx, it was the Thresh. And then you pick the last 2 champions to kind of glue the entire thing together, right? To either get a good counter matchup, or to fill in a niche that your first 3 stronger prio picks are not filling, or to synergize with them. And now with that in mind, we see the Ezreal and the LeBlanc. I mean, it's kind of obvious here, right? As you said, we need some range and we need some damage. Well, there you go. LeBlanc, magic damage. Ezreal, also mostly normal, but also some magic damage on range. But way more interesting for me, the Cannon and the Nafiri. Like, why are they picked?
I mean, Cannon overall, pretty decent. Foxnyr kind of wants to go in, so technically Cannon is never that bad. We do see Nautilus taking the exhaust. It's kind of a must-have if you're playing against Cannon, because Cannon flashes in, you can exhaust, and the red is useless basically. But what I do find interesting is the LeBlanc though, because like I said with the Xin Zhao, the melee part, LeBlanc kind of denies that, as she can jump in to his realm, his arena. I think it's an arena lore-wise, or like exactly. She can jump into that, use QE on him, and will still get the damage through. And also, there's not that much instant CC on Relax Gaming side. Like I said, with the Thresh hook, right? He has that wind up time. He has to, has a little bit of time to hook, which means LeBlanc will kind of have a lot of free time to just W in. Get a Q and E out there, get another Q on Jinx there, get another Q on Cannon there, just go in and out a little bit, hop in, hop out, get some damage down. I think that's really, really nice for the LeBlanc in this game. And to be fair, Nafiri, I have no idea. I haven't seen this champion played in pro play yet at all, I think. Might be mistaken, but I can't remember the last time I saw Nafiri being played. I've seen her a couple of times in solo queue, and I mean, she's as coin flip as any like assassin, right? Like either your Talon goes 20-0 or he goes 0-20, and it's the same with Nafiri. Either she somehow one-shots everything, or she's completely useless.
Nafiri is so interesting though, because I think I've read a really long message on Reddit. I mean, doesn't matter, from one of Riot's game designers, and they basically said they wanted to make an easy assassin because they felt like, you know, most assassins aren't really easy at this point. You know, most are really mechanically demanding. But that's the funny thing, right? I bet with you, most assassin players, they want to have this, you know, those tools to outplay. And Nafiri is pretty much, yeah, just press your buttons and you dash onto the enemy. It's just point and click, right? Now, the only skill shot for her is her lane sustain as well. Is the little bleed stinger thingy where you can, I think, shoot 2 after, like in quick succession.
Yeah.
But ignoring that, honestly, I feel like Nafiri looks really cool. Nafiri feels really cool to play. But at the same time, she's also a really simple and straightforward champion. So I'm really hyped to see what the Darkin dog can actually bring to the table in this match. But as you said, I think we've never seen her in competitive so far. So it was picked into LeBlanc, so I would guess at least that it is a good LeBlanc counter, maybe.
I mean, I think you can still kind of shoot through when LeBlanc goes into her passive, right? When she, you know, transforms, when she clones herself. You can still kind of shoot forward, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. Like, you can still spam your Q and you will hit both her clone and her, you know. But speaking of that, let's quickly head into game as we are loading in, or not loading in, we are in already. So let's go into game.
Hell yeah, brother. It is Foxnyr versus Relax Gaming, and as we mentioned before, why not put a dent in Relax Gaming's scoreline? Why not take a game or two off of them and bring them the first defeat? That would be absolutely phenomenal. But if we can do it, we will see it today. Now, of course, Moxie, we have to be a little bit biased, but looking at draft and everything, do you think Relax Gaming did a good job as well, or are you not a big fan?
For me, it really depends on this Cannon and Nafiri, right? I mean, mainly the Nafiri. The Cannon is always just a solid champion. It's hard to play her when you play against Exhaust. You really have to kind of play around this, right? But I mean, technically, Jinx, there are enough champions that are worthy to exhaust. Like, you can exhaust the Xin Zhao, you can exhaust the Nafiri. Jinx also not a bad target to exhaust, you know. So it shouldn't be that hard to play around. But it's really hard for me to say how this Nafiri will go, right? That's my big question.
I see. Now, we are live on the Rift, guys. The first lanes are laning and the junglers are junglering. And we see both junglers starting on the top lane. And interestingly enough, we also have, a really early hook on the bot lane already. As I can see, I'm not perfectly synced up to you, by the way. But yeah, I will cast from the future a little bit until I have it synced up properly. Nah. That's the thing, right? Bot lane can explode super hard in just a matter of seconds, and yeah, I will probably also just watch mid lane over and over again. I want to see how this matchup works, and I think it can be quite annoying for the ethereal chains to hit, because Ogok has a lot of friendly doggies, and they can take the skill shots, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they can, at least the E. They can block the E from LeBlanc, so that's really nice. But so I think Barcode will kind of look to do a little bit more of a QW poke, right? Because there's nothing much the little doggos can do against that. But overall, shouldn't be too bad of a matchup. She does have that comet, so she will kind of counter poke the LeBlanc too. But you can already see, mana-wise at least. Oh look, a doggy blocked the chain and died for it.
Oh my god, MVP doggy, what do you mean? That is absolute insanity. Wow. Nah, but that is just how it be going sometimes. But yeah, not too much happening so far. The junglers, they're almost done with their first clear. Do you think we will see some action now, or are they still just chilling?
I mean, Foxnyr has a lot of prio bot lane and mid lane right now, so it should be just a free little crabby for the Viego. They are looking to walk into this jungle, actually. Xin Zhao actually giving up his blue buff, which is surprising to me, but pays high respect to the bot lane and mid lane roaming. And Foxnyr knows that blue buff is still up. They have a ward there, but they don't really know where Xin Zhao is. I'm not sure if they spotted him walk through mid lane. I think they did, potentially. With the TP on Ezreal as well, of course, means he will be back in lane really, really quick compared to the Jinx and Thresh, who are still running back. So, nice little advantage play by Foxnyr so far.
How did that come into play, though? Like, that makes no sense to me. Was Kiyomaru just that much quicker with his jungling? Or I'm so confused right now. Wait.
I'm actually also a little bit... Can you check on Xin Zhao? Does he have blue buff? Did he take our blue buff? Did he take Foxnyr's blue buff? Did we not see that early?
Didn't. No, he did not. He just missed full blue, and that's it.
Well, then I guess he was a lot quicker, yeah. And again, you're playing with two prio lanes. You're playing with prio mid lane, prio bot lane. You have to double TP on both LeBlanc and the Ezreal, right? So you have the extra backport kind of as well, which just allows you to waddle in a bit more. They will trade the crabs, of course. Both junglers getting one crab each. But the Viego getting the triple buff start.
Really nice, and that is just a little natural lead of 200 gold in the jungle for free. You know what we say about those? Nice.
Yeah, we take those for sure, right? I mean, why not? Why not? And you can already see Viego. He's again basically one full camp ahead of the Xin Zhao. No, not quite, but close enough, right? They're both mirroring each other's path again. Still some nice wards up for the Viego. Now, Nautilus and Viego are looking mid lane potentially. Fenrir not the easiest, or for the jungler, yeah. Fenrir, of course, not the easiest target to gank, but the Xin Zhao doing his wolves.
Oh no, with the blast cone jumping over there, and Troy, no fun to be had there in the jungle.
Have to damage lantern.
The lantern is super clutch there, and of course, Hook will connect from Thresh, not doing anything, but man, it must feel awful to be jungling like that, because now you lose another camp and you can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you lose the flash as Xin Zhao, which is, I wouldn't say your only gank tool, but it is kind of a big part of your gank tool, right? So it means, oh, actually big hook on Ezreal here.
Ooh, left on, he's super low, and Mr. Oregano making sure no more skill shots will hit his carry. And meanwhile, Kiyomaru also takes the lead. By the way, Kiyomaru is level 6, while Troy is level 4. Can I just point that out really quick? Holy cow.
Really, really nicely played. Kind of diffing this jungle. I mean, of course, you know, we have a lot of help from bot lane, a lot of help from mid lane as well. So really, really nicely played so far. Top lane also even, you know, Kennen should be, I'm not sure, winning the matchup, but you know, it's range versus melee, so she should at least have a pretty chill time. And mid lane going pretty even so far. Barco needs to be a little bit careful. We actually managed to hit the chain.
Oh lord, what is going on in the mid lane? Kiyomaru just passing through, saying hello, and making sure not all the Void Grubs will be taken by Troy. I have to give it to him. I mean, regarding the wonky start, he is trying to make the best out of it, but so far Kiyomaru is just getting the dragon, getting the camps as well in really soon, and he will just keep his lead and extend it kind of into the global realm, because he will get more map objectives.
Yeah, really important for the Viego to be mid lane there. You know, you saw the Nafir user ult. Not 100% sure. Oh.
Yeah, nobody saw that.
That was confused. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but you know, we take it. I think the similar thing to what I said about the flash of Xin Zhao. Kennen really needs that flash. You know, if you want to go for a big ult, you kind of need the flash on Kennen, especially if you don't have your proto belt or anything yet, right? So nice trade there. Again, a bit confusing. Looked a bit drunk, a bit wonky, but you know, first official of the day for everyone here, so everyone kind of has to warm up a little bit.
I mean, maybe also first game on the Skarner for our top laner, because when does this champion get through pick and ban? Or, I mean, just through the ban phase? Probably never. So, you know, he was like, hey, can I buffer my E with my flash? Oh, no, I cannot. Oh, whatever.
At least he knows now. He knows now for next time.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man. But yeah, look at the emote game though. Look at it. Beautiful.
Bit surprised on mid lane though. The farm going in favor of Ogok, the Nafiri, the doggo. Even though LeBlanc should have that range advantage. Which, again, LeBlanc did move a bit more than the Nafiri. Oh, gets a nice double chain off here as well.
Ooh. Look at the trade though. We just said, yeah, you know, Ogok looking like he has the advantage in mid lane, and nope, the barcode is like, hey, shut up, guys, I got the advantage. Look at me, I am the mid laner now. And Sidesroy also in a bit of danger, will have to use his Crescent Guard, and Barcone's not in range, sadly. Kiyomaru, he wants the kill, he gets the kill. First blood here for our boys. He will get another one. Of course, a bit sad that our jungler died, but it is such a good trade. Look at the wave now that Ogok will miss in mid lane.
Yeah, no TP yet for our favorite doggo in this game at least. So yeah, a big wave gone, and that is that CS lead that we were talking about. Kind of disappearing now. It's only 4 farm in favor of the Nafiri. Now 2-0 on Viego. You know, Viego, a very, very momentum-based jungler, in my opinion. Like, he needs those kills, he needs those resets, he needs those items, and he has his favorite item of the game. The one item actually named after him. Already has the Blade of the Ruined King completed. So yeah, you as a fellow, or not a fellow, as a jungle main, how would you feel being this Viego?
Well, honestly, I would feel a bit confused because I don't really know what's best right now to buy. You know, I was still mostly playing him when Kraken wasn't changed, and now there's a hot debate in the Viego community if you should go Kraken or Blade first. But both have their, you know, how do you say it? You know, both have their spot, their right time to buy. And to me, it looks like Kiyomaru is looking to get into brawling a bit more, you know, to fight the Xin Zhao, annoy him a bit more and bully him out of the jungle. So I actually really like this buy, and of course, that's what we want to look forward right now. That's what we want to do. We want to bully Sidesroy more and just keep him. I mean, let's be honest here. He did not have a chance to do anything so far this game, except for, you know, being sad about his jungle camps. And we probably want to look forward to doing exactly that.
Yeah, we once again see Nautilus moving together with the Viego, making sure Xin Zhao can, again, not take his own jungle, loses blue buff and the Gromp again. You know, Ezreal just kind of poking the Jinx and Thresh out of the lane, so they are losing a big wave once again under this turret. A little bit of a question about the Blade, right? Because the way I think of Blade, oh, actually, wait, bot lane, they are getting collapsed on, but they are going to spot it in time. Fear actually using this ult.
Yeah, Ogok used Call of the Pack, so it is time to do something to hit the go button. Kiyomaru is chilling there. Flash was being used. Teleport is being used as well. Can we get the first reset? Not yet. Lefton will die, but the fight goes on. It rages on. Kiyomaru as Fresh now as Xin Zhao in just a second, but of course without ult. But we're gonna get a triple kill though, just like that. And it looked kinda mad because Lynx got the resets, but man, Kiyomaru got a triple kill out of it.
I mean, close fight there. The health bars were really, really low for a second. I think if Viego dies earlier there, it could have ended in a pretty bad way. But luckily for us, Viego does manage to get that triple kill and will be even further ahead of the Xin Zhao. Now we can already see LeBlanc doing what she's made of, kind of trying to one-shot the ADC, but oh, wait a minute.
Wait, this is the real one. Oh no, that's the real one. Lynx flashing forward. No ult available, don't forget that. Meanwhile, Camera is like, but hey, have you seen top lane? Because Elias is looking for the impale. He's looking to kill the little Pikachu here. And, oh my god, on top lane, the junglers are also just walking by because the objective is up again. Yeah,
they managed to pull the flash from the little Pikachu, like you said, right? So that's big. Jinx did manage to get pretty strong from that fight from before. But overall, at least luckily, or I mean, I'm saying luckily again, I have no idea how Nafiri works, right? So I prefer to have the kill on Nafiri than on Jinx. Let's say it that way, because Jinx is just a lot more trustworthy as a champion, I would say. And yeah, in the meantime, they do lose this dragon, but we get the 5 grubbies. You know, we take those. Skarner will be able to smack those towers just a little bit stronger. And we kind of saw Foxnyr winning out that 1v1 versus the cannon already, maybe showing why he is such a strong champ right now.
To be fair, Uruguay does have the full item called Hextech Rocket Belt actually. Not Proto Belt anymore, right? But so yeah, technically he can dash out of the way if he reacts fast enough against Elias' impact there. Ixtal's impact is what it's called. We saw what happens if he doesn't, right? And he is standing on vision, but I don't think they know about Kiyomaru just yet.
Yeah, for now they don't indeed. Nautilus kind of looking if he can find something mid lane right now, but it doesn't look like he will. Thresh really hugging this Jinx, which he kind of should. Jinx very important to keep alive, to make sure she doesn't fall too far behind. Yeah, the game has kind of slowed down a little bit again. We will take this Herald. Potentially manage to open this mid lane turret with that one. Of course, a lot of little grubbies will spawn from the crash, as we do have 5 grubbies, right? So, oh, actually, Foxnyr.
Yeah, Elias looking for the impale on the top lane, and yeah, that was a lot of hype for nothing, honestly. he doesn't have a lot of damage.
Wait a minute.
Now, looking at bot lane, Cream Fresh will be, you know, dropping low, will be the target. I don't think we have enough damage for now. And Troy also looking to maybe do something on bot lane.
Yeah, really, really close. Unfortunately for Regano there, he was kind of behind the Thresh, or he was in the Thresh, let's say it like that. He was in the Thresh, which meant his ultimate did not hit him. Oh, wait a minute. Bot lane once again.
Now, oh, this looks dangerous because now Troy, he finally gets good impact in the game. He shows up and we're just like, yeah, this is not going anywhere. Look at those damn Ixtal impacts though. It's so much fun to see it. To just see the Scorpion walk through the wall. But yeah, then Uguay, he's really good at retaliation trading. At basically making sure, yeah, you just got some damage on me, but while you have to walk away, I can just wail onto you with my shurikens and my lightning. And he also gets a decent chunk of damage onto the Scorpion.
And the gold lead feels kind of bigger than it actually is. Foxnyr going for the 1v1. Oh my god.
Top lane! Uguay using the storm here and just defensively, just to make sure Foxnyr has to stay away. But Elias, he doesn't want to let it pass. He will not let him back, that's for sure. But he's super low himself. Both junglers are not on top side, but if they were, man, they would be looking at a feast. Elias gets the kill now with the Comet, by the way.
Yep. Stone in the face.
And Jesus Christ.
The Jinx ultimate just hitting him up there, not doing enough damage, unfortunately for Relax Gaming. Unfortunately for us, of course, because another kill on the Jinx would not have been that nice. Of course, we do have the gold lead, but most of that gold lead is on Mr. Viego.
So much damage onto Fresh, and so far he will stay alive. Drusha Parag, we auto-attack the minion! No, Kiyomaru! Sadly, the minion will be auto-attacked, and this means he has to be so strong. Teleport getting used, he gets the reset though. We have the Nafiri now. Cream Fresh still super low, has to watch out to not get hit by a random Mystic shot there. And Uguay used the teleport, it is now on cooldown, and he did not achieve anything really with it.
Yeah, especially TP. The TP overall was nice, but he didn't have ultimate because he did use it kind of defensively before. Oh, nice little engage from LS. Oh,
beautiful stuff there by Fenrir. I love what I'm seeing. So well played there.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. Like I was about to say, you know, the cannon TP'd in was actually a pretty good TP, you know, good position. But without that flash, without the... Oh, well, I actually had flash, never mind. Without the ultimate, though, wasn't really that much the little Pikachu could do there. Otherwise, it would have actually been dangerous. He could have had a pretty good 4-man ult there. And now 3 kills, no, actually 4 kills going over to Foxnyr. We take those for sure, especially with Dragon spawning in a couple of seconds. Will be the 3rd dragon of the game and 2nd dragon to whoever manages to claim it.
Exactly, and I might say, I may be the guy again. Do you like the Ocean Dragon in its current state? Because I think I personally overvalue it a little bit. I personally always feel like, yeah, it's always active. Whenever you are not full life, it is at least doing something. But, you know, honestly, after... Okay, yeah, we're at like 18 minutes right now. Do you still feel it is a strong dragon also to get the multiples off and then the soul?
I mean, soul is always nice, especially you're something like a Viego, you're something like a Skarner, you know, you kind of... Oh, wait a minute. Jinx needs to be a little bit careful. Thresh is behind her, though. Okay, everything okay. False alarm right there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ocean Soul is always nice, especially if you have champions like this Skarner who want to stay in a fight or longer, while you have something like the Viego, you know, who just doesn't want to die as long as possible, right? Having that strong burst of health regen is always really, really good. Overall, I personally love Ocean Dragons just because they give sustain, and you know, I'm someone who plays really aggressive, who tends to play very far in front, so this also means I tend to take some damage that I potentially should not take, right? And having a little bit of extra regen there is always nice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in poke compositions, it's really impactful. Then in a composition like this one here with, you know, with fights with Viego where the fights are potentially over in just a few seconds, yeah, it doesn't really do that much, but still, of course, it is the dice that has been rolled, and it is the soul that we have been given to get this. Oh, that was beautiful to get a knock up there. What? That was so good. Now Uguay has a good ultimate himself, but it's not enough. Will we see a reset though? And from whom? Troy dead, Uguay dead, and no reset for Jinx. I was a little bit worried about Oregano there, and you know, then Lynx potentially doing something, but it did not happen. Has to be the Ocean Dragon, by the way. Was the Ocean Dragon 100%?
Yeah, another 2 kills going over to Foxnyr. Being a little bit close again, but nice little drift by Elias there. Getting through the bush. I'm not sure if he really knew someone was there, if he wanted to knock someone up, or if he was just kind of checking, you know? Because while you're in that herald, why not check if someone is in that bush, right? you're pretty much safe, so
it's
you can
so
quickly...
smart, though.
Yeah,
so
you can quickly check.
So
why not?
Good, and then because you're Skarner, if somebody is in there and you knocked him up, then you can just your Ixtal's impact again to just shove him into your team. Remember when we needed Lee Sin to do that? No, we take Herald and Skarner now. That's way easier.
Yeah, true. I was actually talking about League with my roommates. You know, he doesn't play a lot of League, but we were watching the Faker documentary that came out like a week ago, right? The really good one. I don't know if you saw it yet or not. I can highly recommend it.
Not yet.
I can really, really recommend it. But of course, you know, he's been playing this game for a super long time. So we saw some old clips of when League used to look like Roblox, basically, you know, like really, really old clips. And we were talking about that the average skill or like mechanical skill of players nowadays is like on the same level or maybe even better than like pro players back then. As in, like, let's take something like the insect, right? Of course, it has become easier. Like playing. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, nothing happening. They let you finish your story. You know, they're really gentlemen-y.
Perfect. Where was I? So yeah, what I meant is something like the Lee Sin, you know, the insect, like you just mentioned, right? Of course, the game has become easier to play, as in like less clunky, right? But still, like back then, something like an insect was like insane. You know, the pro players could do it, a couple of them, and that's basically it. And now, like, you can give a silver player Lee Sin, and he will get insects, you know. Of course, maybe it will not be the smoothest ones or whatever, but he will get insects at some point. And that's just a funny comparison that I found. Like, you know, back then, the level of mechanical play was just a lot lower. And seeing Faker play back then, it reminded me of, like, he seemed to be playing the game back then as people play it now. Like, the way he played 100%. felt faster than other players back then, if that makes sense.
100%. When you gave that comparison right now, I was about to say, yeah, everybody looked a bit clunky, and then you have Faker doing his really iconic what was that moment, and you look at that and you're like, yeah, that could be a challenger play of today, right?
Exactly. That was really fun for me to see. Like, I saw all these other players have highlights, and it was all like really, I don't want to say lame, but it felt really slow and sloppy and then I saw Faker's plays, and it was like, oh, I mean, you know, make the game actually look good, and it feels like it's a play that could have come out like recently. So that was really, really fun to see. Again, I can highly recommend to anyone who has not seen the Faker documentary yet to watch it on the Riot YouTube channel, or the League of Legends YouTube channel, I think, not Riot. It's really, really, really good for anyone who has just like any interest of esports.
Yeah, for sure. Faker and his legacy and his $500 Ori skin, of course. Absolutely beautiful stuff right there. You know, to also look at the game. I really appreciate how both teams slowed down so we can hear that little story about the Faker documentary. But, you know, why not get some action in again? Why not contest this Ocean Dragon? I'm sure nothing bad will happen if you do that. So, you know, Relax Gaming, do you really want to give that one away? Yeah, who am I kidding? You're probably also giving away the Nash at this point.
I accidentally griefed it and went to manual camera. There we go. Back to directed camera we go. I wanted to say thank you to Shadow for the nice words, and then I noticed that I was logged in on the wrong account, but you know.
The nice words? Bro, he's yeah. I'm not going. I'm not gonna comment this. Oh man.
But yeah, while we were yapping, the dragon got taken. Third wave over to Foxnyr Fenrir, of course, getting one step closer to this. So almost getting a hook on the Ezreal. I don't think it would have mattered that much. Oh, top lane. Fury doing the Fury things.
Yeah, I feel like Barcode got the timing down. You saw what just happened? Ogok used his W, and in lane, Barcode struggled a bit to get his own W timing right, you know, to instantly vanish again. Because, of course, it's a champion that you, face like once in 200 games or something. And now, well, we're already getting the TP with this first Nash, and we can just walk away, shove out mid lane, and then, you know, spielt denselben Song nochmal.
Yeah, nicely done by Fenrir there. You know, kind of just baiting Relax Gaming in, making sure to get that TP from the cannon. Now Skarner has a lot of free time down there. You know, he does Skarner have some good TP wards. I'm kind of trying to see there is one behind the Baron pit, but I think that's kind of everything.
Yeah, he pressed the F1, F2 buttons. My favorite buttons. Yeah. Oh, never mind. We have some action though. Will something happen here? First kill. Diego will get shot down instantly. Kiyomaru dying. Barco jumping in. But Uruguay will say, like with the Zonias, that it was one reset, but it was not really too much done with it. Impale on Cream Fresh. Who will the next one be to die? Elias in the front line. And he will just not fall. He's too tanky. Now the first kill onto the jungle. Both junglers getting traded. Now the supports also getting a trade with Ogok. Lynx is going crazy, but not crazy enough. Left on so much damage. The auto attack even chases after the flash, and now Cream Fresh will also fall full on ace for Foxnyr, and this means a free Nasher.
That got dangerous for a second there with Viego falling. It meant, you know, like I said in the beginning, most of the gold lead for Foxnyr is on him, kind of. So him falling basically instantly meant they had to be really, really careful, play the fight slow, but they did. And Elias, you know, big shout out to him there, just being the absolute tank. And kind of just, you know, face checking for people and not dying, just chilling. While Ezreal could land his mystic shots on everyone. Nicely played by Fenrir there. And they will take the Baron as a little reward. And I have to turn on my ventilator because it's so freaking warm in here. Be right back.
Yeah, mine is already on, and I'm happy that it doesn't like completely destroy me anymore because my ear is not reacting to the wind at all. That is really good. I'm happy to be back onto the living again. But yeah. Now let's be honest here, Moxie. What are the odds of Relax Gaming losing their first game in Prime League now? Let's look at it, you know, 1 minute and a few seconds, Hill Dragon and Soul, 9k gold lead, and yeah, a big part of it is on Viego, but everybody else also has a really huge lead at this point, so I think it looks kind of good.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, of course, the lead, especially after that last fight, has spread out quite a lot. You can see the Skarner being ahead by about 2k, already 1.5k, right? You have the Viego, I mean, the Viego is still ahead by almost 3,500. He's one full item ahead. of the Xin Zhao, but even LeBlanc is doing decently well. The Ezreal is really strong now. So now it should be a lot better. But yeah, the odds at this point, it's really, really hard for Relax Gaming to play this game. You saw the fight. The fight they got before was like basically perfect. It was close to a perfect fight for them, or a perfect situation for them. Catching Viego off guard, making sure he gets no resets. Even chunking the LeBlanc pretty nicely. But in the end, it was not enough. And now, in about 30 seconds, the potentially last Ocean Drake will spawn. And if Foxnyr manages to secure that, those fights only become harder. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. Gonna be hard.
Gotta be a tough one. And I have to be honest here, do you feel like Ogok did a lot on the Naafiri? Because yeah, the lane was even with Barcode, but in the fight, maybe I'm blind, but I feel like a control mage would have done a lot more, with some area of effect, CC and damage and, control, stuff like that. I don't really see the Naafiri just yet. Jesus.
Second chain just missing, otherwise Jinx would potentially have gone. Barrier at least is out, so that's a little bit of a defensive spell gone. But yeah, Naafiri, I mean, you saw in the last fight she did a lot of damage on the LeBlanc. She managed to chunk Barcode out quite a lot. Oh, nice reaction from Barcode there, dodging that Thresh hook. Very, very close, but he did manage. So yeah, not 100% sure about this Naafiri quite yet. Maybe it just didn't work out the way they wanted it to. Oh, and you can see the cannon taking a lot of poke from the Ezreal. Ezreal with double buff as well means his Qs, his mystic shots just land a little bit more. Look at that poke.
Oh, it's so annoying. And at this point as well, right, with all the ability A's that you have, if your Mystic Shot lands, you have one up instantly again. And that's just absolutely disgusting. Look, he jumps in there and has to get out instantly just to not die. And that means the last turret will fall. The super minions, they are in the base. They are wailing onto the turrets. Now Elias is so tanky. We see one Death Slicing Maelstrom from Uruguay, but it will not be enough just yet.
Oh, actually,
the one turret goes down, and the fight, of course, it looks kind of close, but all we need to do is buy time. We need to get a few more kills, get one more turret, and then destroy the Nexus, and that is exactly what we are going to
Pentakill.
Oh, the Quadro for Lefton. Imagine giving him the Penta, and he will get it. What a way to celebrate this. Penta for Lefton and the first win against this team, Relax Gaming. Let's go.
Really, really nicely done. I was a little bit worried at the end there. I saw some flashing health bars, but in the end, it did work out. I think the Ocean Soul actually kind of potentially helping out a lot there. I think I would have seen, probably seen a Dead Scar and a Dead Viego without that Ocean Soul. So, you asked me how good the Soul is. It's potentially still pretty decent at least. Yeah, nice game from the boys.
What a game. And I think, honestly, if I look, we're in the post-game screen right now. If I personally look a little bit at this draft, I just feel like RLG, they were not allowed to fall behind because, if you cannot get a reset with the Jinx does just not use her full potential, and usually the resets were just way too late. As you said, in the one fight where Qmaru and Viego died really early, I was really worried, man. I was worried because Jinx got the reset. But if she does not get it, if they are falling behind, do not have the damage, man, it is super tough for them. So if they can bring it back in the second game, I don't know yet. They will, of course, maybe have a different side on the Rift. Maybe they will have a totally different draft. But again, GG's to Foxnyr Fenrir for bringing this one home and going 2 wins, 1 loss on the scoreboard.
Yeah, again, really, really happy with how they played. The early game mattered a lot too, with the jungle disparity, really nice movements from LeBlanc and the bot lane, of course. For now, we're going to head into a small little break, about 5 minutes plus minus, and then we will be back for game number 2. So grab yourself something to drink, some snack, something nice, or a jersey if you want one too, that works. But we'll see you guys in a little bit. Laters.
Hello everybody, we are back with hopefully another banger, another match that will make Moxie bite out all of his fingernails once again. to be fair, I think those playoffs, man, they will be something that we won't forget anytime soon. They were really nerve-wracking, and you know, to be honest, Fenrir maybe having a really good split and making it into a higher division as well. Hey, why not? We would take those, and for that to happen, we need to see them maybe win a few more games, and why not start with it right now?
We head over into the Champ Select of game number 2. Foxnyr this time on the red side, and Relax Gaming on the blue side. So a little bit of a swap around. What's to be expected, right? And usually when things don't go the way you kind of swap, usually, you know. So we'll have to see how both teams adapt to the side swap. Skarner will be banned on Fenrir's side. So no first pick Skarner for Relax Gaming. I think that was a really important pick for Elias last game too.
Skarner, you did your job. Now be banned in peace, because we on red side will not do the same mistake. We will ban it, and now interesting. I would have seen them just first pick the Jinx again and try something similar, but with the Ezreal, it looks like they are going for a totally different game plan here.
I mean, the Ezreal is just really strong right now. The question is it first pick worthy for me? That I am not 100% sure of, but I'm also kind of thinking, you know, what is first pick worthy? Rumble is really nice. I've heard a lot of people say he's very strong in the current patch as well. Also, you know, kind of flexible. I mean, you know, we've seen some Rumble back in the day in the jungle. Rumble in the jungle, you know, it was a name for itself. And of course, the top lane. So it's kind of a little bit of a flex. We have to see where Fenrir chooses to send this one. But for now, yeah, some even trades. And we get the Vi, of course. Vi really good at locking down this fishy ADC called Ezreal.
What if we play 5 people in the jungle right now?
5 people in the jungle?
Yeah, I'm going for that. We have Jumble, we have Vyongle, and...
Vyong.
Probably not. But so far, Rumble and Vi can be in the jungle. They can be in mid lane. They can be on top lane. And with a lot of fantasy and maybe, you know, with your strategizing head as well, they can be on bot lane. Who knows?
And I mean, we can also never forget the Ezango as well, back in the day. Some personal traumas.
Yeah, that is a personal trauma. When you looked at the last game, if you felt like Cytroy on Xin got bullied, then I remember that until today in this qualifying match, and we played on the new season patch, and they played Ezreal jungle, and
you were Elise, I think. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he was level 3 on 3 camps and walked up in my jungle, and I was still on my 3rd camp, and he had such a fast clear. He could clear 3 camps and walk over and just kill me on level 3 with red buff and range and everything, while I was still not done with my 3rd camp.
That was horrible. And we had a losing matchup bot lane as well, so we were kind of under tower. We couldn't do anything. It was just rough. Okay, but back to the draft. We see an interesting pick. We see the Riven. You know, we see Riven not also...
like 5 years ago or something.
Dude, it's 2017. This is almost 8 years ago, dude. This is not 5 years ago. This is when we started with competitive. This is 7 to 8 years ago. Okay, but yeah.
Yeah, no, this is now a podcast, okay? Screw the game. We win it anyways. Whatever.
Okay, so Riven. Riven. Also a pick you don't see that often. Paired with the Volibear. Volibear is kind of strong right now. Also, you know, technically can be a top laner. Is usually jungle, because I'm guessing Riven is going top, right? So they do show their top laner already. We have the Poppy in answer.
We have 5 junglers. We have 5 junglers so far, but we have Ezreal.
Popangle.
It's a Poppy jungle angle, aka top angle. Volap and Riangle.
Okay, but yeah, really hard draft
That
so
is
far
not a
to predict.
jungler.
That is not a
That
jungle.
jungler.
Small lungle. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Back to a little bit more serious. Okay, so kind of hard draft right now to really predict where things is going. Because I mean, Vi is most likely actually jungle this time around. And then you kind of have the Poppy. Poppy can go support. Poppy can go top lane.
But where's Rumble then? Is
Where's
mid lane or
Rumble?
what?
Is it exactly?
Oh man.
That's a hard one to predict so far. I mean, Relax Gaming is a bit more easier to predict. I would say Alice Game is quiet. Wait, let me up his voice a little bit. Can you do some talking, my friend?
This time is your fault. Kick.
This time it is indeed my fault, but you should be a lot better now.
I mean, honestly, I shout enough through the game, so it's pretty good if I'm not way louder than Moxie, because else your ears would fly off. If we have another game like the one we had the last time, then yeah.
True. Speaking of last time, I hope you guys all checked out Mic'd Up episode 2, because there's a little cool Alice scream in there when Darky steals the dragon, or doesn't steal, kills the jungler, and then steals the dragon and gets like a quarter kill basically.
Yeah.
He kind of screams around a little bit there, so recommend everyone going there, checking that one out. And it looks like
not expected.
It's going to be the Rumble mid lane, by the way.
What is this? This draft is absolutely crazy. What the hell? Yeah, no, I don't even know.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Were we even like looking to put the Rumble in mid lane? I mean, we instantly picked Vi after, so the option of putting it into the jungle was gone. Is like, I don't even know where we went with that draft, but now looking at it, it looks pretty good. You know, looking at the matchups and everything, I say we're quite happy with that draft.
Yeah, I'm quickly doing some advertisement in Twitch chat. There we go. Yeah, I mean, the draft looks pretty interesting. I think Rumble, like I said, was not sure if it was planned in mid lane from the start, right? But it was at least planned as a flex pick, that's for sure. And I think Poppy, being a pretty decent answer into the Riven. So I think it's kind of a big win for Fenrir right there. They kind of baited out this Riven counter pick against the Rumble. And then they were like, nope, we're going to pick the Poppy, or the Popangle, as we said before. And we're going to beat you. We're going to beat you with that one. They're really interesting. Seraphine as well. I mean, there's no real tank is maybe a bit an overstatement, right? Volibear is a little bit tanky. But if Seraphine lands a nice ultimate on this Relax Gaming team, they will all kind of just disappear, especially with that Smolder and the Rumble burn. We have to see how this goes. Yeah, I mean, solid drafts here. A lot of poke for Relax Gaming this time around with the Talia, Ezreal, and the Karma. Even Volibear can kind of throw his Thunder Strike, whatever it's called, down here and there to try and poke a little bit too. Yeah, we'll have to see how both teams manage to deal with each other.
Is it better now? Am I blasting your ears away? Are you happy? Or is it still? No, I don't want to. Okay, now.
I mean, if you whisper, you are quiet. I'm always like talking really loud, so you need to be a bit energetic.
Hey guys, I'm ready for. And we still have 2 minutes, so I still have to calm down a little bit. But of course, how hype are you to see a Smolder? By the way, Smolder, he came out. Everybody was like, "No, that dragon is broken." No, and suddenly he wasn't meta anymore. Now he's kind of back. It looks like.
I'm not 100% sure if he's back. We do know that Lefton was always a big Smolder connoisseur, right? So he always enjoyed playing the little dragon a lot. So I think he just saw, oh, look, Smolder looks playable again. Let me try and play him. I think he found a lot of success. You can see in his OPWG recently as well. It went pretty well. So now he's like, I can play the little dragon again. And I think into this enemy team, I think it should be pretty hard for Relax Gaming to really get on the dragon. You have a Poppy in the way, you have a Vi in the way as well, technically a Rumble equalizer, and if you actually get past those three, there's still this screaming woman that just shouts at you.
Screaming.
That just shouts songs at you, and then it becomes
He's
really,
like,
really hard. Basically.
I just imagine like fiddlesticks on her little, I don't even know, hover thingy. I want a custom skin right now where fiddlesticks is Seraphine. And he's just fucking reading all over the place.
That would be kind of banger, not gonna lie. Speaking of a banger though, let's head into game number 2
Let's head
of
into
Relax
game.
Gaming versus Foxnyr Fenrir.
Exactly. Beautiful. Mr. Oregano with fiddlesticks on a stick. Now, guys. Again, we put a big dent into the scoreline of Relax Gaming, and they will probably not be too happy about that. They probably want to get at least one W out of this. But imagine, what if we got another one and we went 3-0? That would also suddenly look like a really insane scoreline to go off. So why not get it in another win and show them that it is also doable on the red side. I have to say to you, sadly, Q-Maru is not using the best Y skin, so can't really be too happy about that.
Everyone can write minus 500 in chat, please. Or I'm not sure if he got the 500, but I just did see, I saw Barcode flash the faker broccoli emoji, so he at least bought something of the battle pass. I'm not sure which one. So everyone can, if you want to troll him around a bit, write minus 500 in chat. And yeah, it's 3-1. 3-1 would be a great start though for Fenrir here, because it means if they manage to get both these wins, Relax Gaming is at 4-2, of course. They have one loss more, and actually we get a little swap. I just noticed they send Riven into the mid lane to counter this Rumble, and Talia is now top lane, so this should put a little bit of a dent into Foxnyr Fenrir's plan. I have to see if they choose trade.
Have you seen Barcode's Electro Harpoons though? They all hit so far. It is beautiful stuff.
And they hurt so much. It has such a low cooldown. It doesn't require any mana, of course, because Rumble doesn't have mana. In the meantime, Poppy though, getting beat up by some stones. Last time he was the one throwing around the stones on the Skarner, and this time around he is getting some stones back into his face. A little bit unfortunate there. Let's see if Fenrir chooses to swap after the first back, because technically both sides, or both Rumble and Poppy, should not be too happy with this matchup. Of course, Rumble for now is just chilling, as it is a ranged... No, it's not a ranged into melee matchup, but Rumble kind of is ranged with his fire and harpoons, right? So it feels like a range versus melee matchup, but it's not. But for now, lots of a slower start compared to game 1.
Yeah, there are a lot of really beautiful, like, pseudo-ranged champions. My favorite laner to ever lane against has to be Gragas. He just throws barrels at you non-stop, and you're like, wait, why is this guy even considered melee if he can just do that and heal himself up all the time? And it's kind of the same with Rumble, exactly. He will just burn your face, and he will shoot some rockets at you 24/7. But Cytroy, he wants to have some impact here. The Sky Splitter will connect here. That's a lot of damage. And Barcode suddenly, a lot of the lead he had so far in lane looks gone. But hey, Q-Maru getting the flash out of the bear. That is also something that is looking really good so far.
Really, really nice patient by Barcode there. Didn't even choose to flash. He just was sure he would be fine. Even if Riven gets onto him, he made sure to shoot all of his harpoons onto the Riven and not onto the Volibear. Just making sure that she cannot really follow up on the Volibear's stun. And a nice little counter gank by Vi. And now this time around, Vi is the one. I'm saying Vi all the time, or like Viego, because I really, really struggle at saying Q-Maru's name. Not gonna lie.
Q-Maru.
So
just say it 10 times in a row. Q-Maru.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. I'll just keep saying the champion. No, so far, game a lot more slow. A lot more...
you're talking about slow though, but look on top lane. Ogok has to flash away. Nice, we take those.
It's surprised that Talia, that Ogok walked forward again there while Poppy was standing next to him. He kind of wanted to make sure that he could get the wave in, even though it was, I would say, really close to impossible. Now mid lane, Barco needs to be careful.
Oh, exactly. Side toy, not looking for the flash. The Sky Splitter will be absorbed by Barcode's shield. I love the ward. I love the ward. I was like super worried. Will Barcode just get dived? But nope. He will place the ward there and make sure to keep the vision on the bear. Yep. Side Troy wants to be a bit more aggressive now in the jungle and steal away some camps. But it's also something regarding the entire map state and the jungle matchup. And yeah, I think it's totally fine. Oh my god, what is happening on mid lane? Ooh, he dies like it's nothing, and Barcode will just walk away. The Rumble mid lane, it works!
And as a typical jungler, Vi comes in and yoinks the 3 range minions, because that's her minions now, instead of
Texas,
Rumble.
bro, Texas.
But nicely played by Barcode there, getting the solo bolo on the Riven. You know, actually, should be a bad matchup for Rumble. But Barcode showing that even though it is a bad matchup, he will still get out on top.
Moxie, there are no bad matchups for a good Rumble player. There, I said it. Rumble is an absolute menace right now. And even with the lane swap, Elias and Barcode, they look so solid on their lanes right now. Like, keep it in mind. Relax Gaming, they did this weird lane swap to throw off Fenrir, and they're just not having it. They're just... Oh, never mind. What is happening on top lane there? Elias, he will get thrown back by the seismic shove. Okay, Umaru, he's waiting, he's looking, and there he is. He knows there is no flash, but yeah, maybe just helping a little bit with the wave. After that, grab the objective, finish the Void Grubs, and then have to save reset. Oh my god, Elias. Don't scare me, please. But yeah, he will stay alive.
Yeah, very close so far. Like you said, the matchup's going pretty well, even though Relax Gaming did get that lane swap through. The only thing that we can kind of see right now is if you look at Riven and Rumble, Riven is ahead quite a lot in farm, because Rumble is kind of just, you know, staying safe, getting the farm with his E. A little bit of burning here and there, of course. He got ganked a couple of times as well, so you don't know how to forget that one. So a little bit of a farm lead for the Riven in mid lane, of course, but Rumble does have that first blood, so he's not too unhappy himself. Now we have a little bit of a deja vu. We see Volibear in a position where Diego was last time.
What will we do about it, though? We do have the equalizer available. It will be used. Beautiful spot there, but we will not really follow up on it because, yeah, we thought, yeah, not really worth it just yet. And Sidroy can just jump away with the Stormbringer. So, after all, not much happening, but still, we are dead even in gold. So, I think we take those because also scaling-wise, we haven't really talked about it. But Moxie, I mean, with the Smolder, with the Seraphine and the Rumble even, I think our scaling is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take a quick look at the stacks. Smolder at 42 stacks right now. I think they didn't change. Did they change anything about the stacks? About the amount, let's say that way? Or is that left unchanged? I'm not 100% sure right now. But at least he is slowly but surely farming up. Of course, if the Vi is level 6 there, I think they would have chased onto the Volibear, but unfortunately it was still a level 5 Vi. Elias needs to be a little bit careful. Gets flash forced out of him. Now Barcode once again under pressure. Still does not have his flash up, and he will most likely fall here. A really hard position to get out of.
Getting used. Barcode, he can run a little bit. Can he maybe get a kill? No, it was way closer than it should be, but he did finally die in this mid lane. But at the same time, Ogok on top lane also lost his life and was sent back to the base.
Yeah, really nice counter trade. Vi getting the kill on top lane. While Barcode got his fourth gank in his face. Unfortunately, managed to hold out really, really well so far, but this one, unfortunately, it was just a little bit too much. Gets punished for using that flash to get the kill. But I think he is absolutely fine with that. And we do see the Hex Drinker in Riven's inventory, you know, making sure she's fine into this Rumble. I'm a little bit surprised that Foxnyr is not choosing to swap. Actually, to counter swap the trade.
I mean, why would you if it's working that great, right? Not even a match.
True. Talia looking
Is
mid.
it-
But it's not
Yeah,
finding anything.
is it maybe to keep Talia off the map and not have her available to use her Weaver's Wall while Barcode himself, the Equalizer has quite a big range, right? So maybe that's the thought behind it, that Barcode can quickly rotate towards like Dragon, bot lane, jungle, and then do something with Equalizer, while Ogok is handicapping his own champion a little bit by not being in the middle of the map, right? That could be a possible thought process. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, makes a lot of sense, right? You can kind of limit the amount of impact that Talia can have compared to what she wants to do. For now, the impact Volibear is having is really, really good, though. Barcode still being really scared. Karma now also paying another visit in the mid lane. Rumble getting slowly but surely getting annoyed for sure. Oh, but now is he top lane again? Elias looking.
No, nothing happening. Elias dancing, trying to dodge the stones. Kind of getting low. Now he's finally going to charge here because all the spells all are on cooldown. Elias. Man, this is such a close one. He's slowly getting whittled down. He uses the ult, but of course, Sidroy will not have it with his unstoppable, and this is a kill. And I'm a bit sad because Kiyomaru was almost there in time, but not quite soon enough.
Really, really close. Potentially a little bit greedy from Elias there. Not expecting the Volibear, or maybe expecting to be a bit more fine into the Talia, I guess. Took a little bit more damage than he could chew. Meantime, bot lane getting poked down by this Karma Ezreal, of course, something you kind of expect to happen. Left on also falling behind pretty far in farm here. He's already almost 30 farm behind. Vice bot, let's see, can they find anything? They will go onto Karma.
Really good encore. Mom was called, and the Ezreal will maybe also fall. Has to use flash, that is for sure, and this is what I like to see. Some more stacks and breathing room for left on for one of our big carries here. Yes, Elias on top lane died, but hey, who cares if you have your main carries all enabled so far. Left on was also the next one to finally get a kill. We take those.
Yeah, really importantly enough, it goes on to left on, not on Vi, not on Seraphine, right? So that's really important. Now you need to be a little bit careful though, because you don't have ult on your little dragon, you don't have the Screaming Woman ult, you don't have Vi. So you need to be a little bit careful. Vi actually messing up the charge, will potentially be taken out for that.
Oh no, Kiyomaru, he will not get out. No way to get out of that one. Left on will get some poke damage in, but it's not enough to do anything, and this dragon will go over to Relax Gaming.
A really nice flash from the Riven there, flashing in front of IQ, making sure she could not get out. She just smacked right into the Riven instead of getting out. Nicely done by Uguay there. And that will be the second dragon over to Relax Gaming. Foxnyr trying to slow down this pace of the game, because the longer this game goes, you know, the better, the happier they are. So they kind of just want to slow it down as much as possible. Another plating, or another plating. Going over to left hand and Oregano. Very important. Let's take a little check-in on the stacks. He's at 95 stacks right now, so he will get his first upgrade pretty soon. Oh, his second upgrade, if they didn't change anything. I already forgot how... I haven't seen the champ, and I already forgot how it worked. You know, I still know how Lee Sin works, but I have no idea how Smolder works.
Yeah, of course. Oh, man. Yeah, but again, I have to read through it really quick, right? Because as you said, what is the maximum again to get all the effects at least for one time? Never mind, I will not have that break because we see the combo there. Beautiful stuff. Lynx will not be able to move so far. Now Cream Fresh will join. The mom will not be enough here to get the kill. But that's the thing now. The Equalizer will keep Lynx in place. Barcode, he wants to get at least something. If it is not the Ezreal, then we will gladly take the support. Let's go.
A little bit greedy by Fenrir that I really wants to give the kill over to left on. Of course, understandable, right? You want to give this dragon the kill. But, you know, because they waited, meant Ezreal could get away. That's why usually you just take the kills, even though if you're the support, just make sure the enemy dies. Of course, if it's a really safe one, try to give it. But if you're not sure, you know, Ezreal is a slippery champion and was, you know, pretty far into his own jungle. Just make sure he dies, but unfortunately he doesn't. But they do manage to get the karma instead. And it still went over to the Seraphim, by the way, so, you know, kind of unfortunate.
Oh,
I think the maximum stacks was 225 back then.
I thought it's like... yeah, wait.
Or 275?
No, I don't think there's a max, but let me...
There is no max, but the last upgrade was like there.
Yeah, it's 225. Yes, at 225, you start to deal max health true damage. So, yeah, that is of course where you want to be, and he's basically he has a solid half of it. He is at 115 right now, 116. So, like in 10 more minutes, he should probably be there, and then the dragon will really start to hurt, like a lot.
Yeah, speaking of hurt, Uguay and Volibear managing to get out. Just running out of that jungle there. Getting sandwiched for a short second, but Barcode was too scared of getting collapsed on. The game slowing down a little bit again. Herald in Volibear's pocket. He will potentially use it to get this bot lane tower. He will indeed. In the meantime, Elias needs to flash out.
Wait, what happened on top lane?
Elias stepping up a little bit.
Ezreal one using it. Kiyomaru not getting the kill there, not getting anything. But hey, why not try it with the bears? Citroy will have to flash next to the Stormbringer as well. He was not really bringing the storm. He was like taking the storm out of this action-packed bot lane, and now the teleporto could be a huge problem. We see two flashes. Weaver's wall will cut off the way. Orgog has to watch out to not die himself, though has to flash away because of his own wall. It is absolute massacre here on bot lane, but we look like we get the better out of this one. Never mind the double kill. Everybody's so low, especially Lynx, but Lynx kept a cool head and is on 3 kills right now. Moxie, what was even happening there?
Yeah, a little bit of an overstep from Fenrir there, a little bit greedy of the chase. Should have been happy with just getting everything from Volibear, right? But instead they tried to chase. And then the nice TP coming through from Ogok, making sure he is in the flank. Riven also there, just a little bit earlier than the Poppy. Yeah, 5 for 2. Not the worst thing. They won't, like, Relax Gaming will not get that much from it. The dragon is spawning now, so at least all cooldowns on the side of Relax Gaming will be down for this dragon. Well, Foxnyr at least might have Seraphine ult back up in time. They would have the mom at least. Vi ult also pretty low cooldown. Elias here now, taking a lot of damage. Not as tanky as he wants to be quite yet. I would be surprised to see Fenrir fight this.
Yeah, this is an important decision. But with the mom not really hitting and poking anything, yeah, I agree with the decision to just let the dragon go away. Give yourself some more time to hit what exactly, Maxi? We have to talk about that one right now. Everybody on our side has the first item already. Even supports. Even supports have the Echoes of Helia. And even a Dreammaker. Wait, a Dreammaker is a full item, right? I'm not... It's like, is it the quest
support,
item?
the quest support item, yeah. So
okay,
it's technically a full item, kind of.
Oh, what is happening from bot lane? Barcode in a bit of trouble. Uruguay, will he get the kill? Yes, 2 mobile there, and the Riven seems to work just fine against the Rumble right now. Meanwhile, on top lane, all the CC and Ogok will not be able to move anywhere. The kill will be taken by Kiyomaru with a beautiful, quick charged Vault Breaker.
Yeah, 1 for 1 in the end. Both mid laners getting quote-unquote caught in the side lane. Oh, an even trade right there. And yeah, what are we waiting for? We're kind of just waiting for for items and stacks. You know, there's not a real specific thing except for left on. You know, getting his stacks, finding that crazy fight that he needs. You know, that's the only thing. It's a hard one. Not gonna lie, it is a pretty hard one. Ooh, actually, Kiermaier needs to be careful. Riven backporting just next to him.
They have an agreement, you know, to not grief each other there, to not delay the backport. I'm saying this in a funny way, but hey, actually, a backport timer can be really important right now, and sometimes you just choose to take the backport and get the better item instead of just fighting for longer and longer and longer, because Nashor is up. It is on the map right now.
Yeah, Nash is up indeed. And quickly also let's take a look at the dragon, right? I mean, they managed to get the third Drake before. Left on taking a lot of chunk damage. We'll heal up a little bit from the Seraphine there at least, but still a lot of damage coming through. The dragon, of course, it is quote-unquote only a Cloud Soul, right? So it's not too bad. I think the only champion that really is happy with that soul is probably Riven, I would say. Maybe Volibear, I guess, you know. So it's not too bad on the side of Fenrir, but the goal you have, I think, for Foxnyr at this point is kind of getting one dragon, you know, delaying that Elder Drake as long as possible. That's like the important part. If Relax Gaming gets an Elder, this becomes really painful.
Yep. Rumble ult used for the wave. And it's kind of a stalemate on top lane right now. Like literally, it's like in chess when you're fighting for the position on one field and suddenly every piece could just instantly jump on that field and take whatever just took the other player's piece. So it's kind of the same on top lane. The jungler was there waiting, our jungler was there waiting, then one more enemy showed up waiting for the action to go down. But yeah, Barcode now finally has a quick moment of peace and can just shove out the wave without his ult.
Yeah, making sure he doesn't fall there, because I think if Rumble falls there, it should be a free pass over to that Baron. Take a quick look at the Smolder stacks. Once I get Smolder in my camera again, he is at 206 stacks now. So not that far off from the execute. Now Elias needs to be a little bit careful. The Riven is very strong.
Oh man.
Actually.
Oh, the Windblade even shoving in some more damage. And now Elias, of course, he has his wait, what is the cooldown on Steadfast Presence? It's still more than 15 seconds. So, oh no, Steadfast Presence. Maybe the bait can work. Uguay is looking to get into a killing position, but he will fall himself. Now, of course, can you somehow react to it? Because you just saw a lot of resources expended in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, for now, nothing Foxnyr will get from it except for some more stacking time for the Smolder. A couple stacks more and he will get that execute range. Of course, it's not as strong as it used to be. So it's not a, oh look, I hit this point and we win the game. But at least, you know, it means Fenrir will be a lot stronger than they are right now. You can also see though that 30 farm lead that the Ezreal did have at some point is almost fully gone. And Smolder has officially reached the 225 stacks, so
let's go.
Next fight, you know, should be at least a little bit closer. Elias trying to look for Orok here again. We've seen this fight happen a couple of times. Last time it didn't work.
Yeah, we see all the spells getting used here. Flash is still available, so technically Elias should not be able to get that one, but he did get the wait, what was it? Yeah, the Seraph's Embrace. I thought it was Barrier for a second, and I got really confused. Like, wait, where was that big shield coming from? Oh yeah, of course, it has to be that super strong defensive mana item, Seraph's Embrace. If you die too often on mages, guys, just get it for yourself. It's basically a free barrier in your games. Just like the Hex Drinker and the Eclipse, you know, a lot of shielding as well on Uguay, and that is also kind of why he's so scary. You feel like, oh, we almost got him, but nope. He still has a lot of shields and survivability left in his tank. Now, oh yeah, look, there's the execute bar on Lynx. I love to see it, by the way. I love to see that now we basically have a little like Elder Dragon Soul Deluxe. I also like how Elias is still just super confident in the matchup, by the way. Do you see that? I love it.
And speaking of confidence, in the meantime, while we were watching top lane, Fox... Oh, actually, we need to look a little careful here. Baron is being started. I won't say Dragon was taken by Fenrir, so Dragon is delayed. But now Baron.
Yeah, bot lane, a lot of action there. And Elias looks super confident in the matchup. But meanwhile, there is a fight about Nash. Nash did not go down, but man, so many close calls here. Barcode will finish 1 kill at least, and now it's only left on left. He will be the one against the entire world. Can he make it happen? Can you believe in miracles? Almost, but not quite enough. And this means this game looks pretty good for Relax Gaming.
I was about to say they could potentially end, but Talia chooses not to TP down. I don't think they potentially saw that angle, because, you know, 20 seconds on death timers, only Oregano coming up. But they choose to go for the safe play, get some towers, get an inhibitor bot lane. And yeah, we saw Smolder just not strong enough quite yet, unfortunately. Luckily enough for Fenrir, Rumble did manage to get the kill on Karma. It was super close. And now Elias trying to make sure Riven can get away. But it is Riven. She has 2 seconds cooldown on all her mobility spells, unfortunately.
Hey, we don't wanna... No, that's just plain wrong. She actually has 3 seconds on her dash, okay? Stop spreading false information.
I said
only
all.
3 seconds.
I said all her mobility, and luckily she has mobility on every ability.
Yeah, that is true.
Except for W, I guess.
Man. I mean, her ult is also not really mobility, but hey, she can attack over walls. Does that count as mobility? Maybe? Who knows?
Don't you get like lower cooldowns if you're an ult or something? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't play Riven. I have no idea. I've never touched Riven. I think it's one of the champs I've never played.
Nah. She only gets more attack range and more AD damage because that's what you need. I mean, you do get lower cool. No, you don't. But you get bigger shield values because your shield scales with AD. Now, talking about scaling, we will still need some more time to just scale up here and do our best. The Mom used in a defensive manner. I like what we are trying, but can we really make it work against the Weaver's Wall? Now it's only Elias left there in that little corner, living for quite a long time. This fight is still raging on. Qmar will finally just explode the equalizer, looking really good. Karma will almost burn to death. Elias will finally also fall, and it is just too much damage at this point. We will just see our boys getting slapped by the wallet of Relax Gaming, and this probably means it is game. I still don't know why Ogok is... Okay, I was like teleport bot, but I think the super minion just died, so yeah. But either way, 10 seconds on Kiyomaru, 15 seconds on Mr. Oregano. I don't think this will be enough here. GG, well played to both teams here, but Relax Gaming, they will bring it back in game numero 2.
GG's indeed. A lot closer in game 2. Of course, game 1 was, I wouldn't want to say one-sided, but it felt a lot more one-sided than this one was, at least. There were some punches being traded here and there, but really nicely played by Relax Gaming. We will go to our second 1-1. I mean, you know, not the best, but not the worst either. You know, as long as the whole split goes 1-1, you know, you should at least be fine. But of course, that's not the goal for our boys here. We'll have to see if they can, you know, grab that first 2-0 on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Well, follow socials for more information when that is exactly. It should be Thursday evening, if I'm not mistaken. Either like 7 or 7:30. I need to check. But around that time. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a fun games to watch, though. Fun games to watch.
Sentinels were really exciting, nerve-wracking games. First one, put them all in like when Kiyomaru was forced to go between trials. Not sure if we can honestly, guys, like our they were playing against the best team for It's here. It's huge because it's like but
I'm quickly gonna mute Discord because I think the Discord server is dying. Because we have a really, really bad team. So we're just gonna watch Alexium talk into air because he cannot hear me and we cannot hear him. So he just keeps talking.
yeah.
Don't know if Discord is lagging for you too.
What is going What is going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it muted for now. I have no idea what's going on. The Discord is absolutely dying. It shouldn't be on my part at least, or it shouldn't be on his part, but I just see that we have 5,000 MS in Discord, so I'm just gonna do the ending. Oh wait, it's green again. Let's see. Hello?
Hello?
I had to mute there for a second because you were just talking robot right there. The Discord just the Discord was dying for some reason. Because I don't think it was on our side, both of us, because stream didn't. Discord just was bye-bye for a second. So if you want, you have to repeat like the last 3 sentences you said, because that was impossible to understand, unfortunately.
Amazing. Now, what I just talked about how we basically won a game against the strongest opponent so far in the group, TLDR. And I said if we go 1-1 against the stronger groups and then we go 2-0 against the weaker enemies, then why not? We take it. Easy playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've played 1-1 against Lausanne so far, who are currently 2-2 in the group as well. So we're joining them in the 2-2. We're also joining Upper 5 Flying Kittens in the 2-2 as well. And then we have Prometa Esports, which is going to be our next official opponent. So not the one, Thursday, but the real one. Who is currently chilling at 3-1. And of course now Relax Gaming at 5-1. So they are currently very, very happily sitting at the top. The next match will be against Akasara Gaming, Akasara Esports. Oh, God damn it, talking is hard. Esports, who are currently 0-2 in standings. Of course, they've only played 1 match so far, so it doesn't have to mean that much. But yeah, excited to watch that one. Of course, cast that one as well. Hopefully you can join me in that one again. And of course, hopefully everyone in chat can join as well. For now, we are going to be done. And we're going to happily take that 1-1.
Perfect. Guys, with those beautiful departing words from Moxie, we will see you on maybe, hopefully, Thursday evening. If you want to be really sure, make sure to follow us on all the socials you can see down there. And then you will not miss anything. Also, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and Insta and everything. Like, not actually just following it, but watching the stuff, because honestly, our video editor kind of outdid himself with, for example, the new mic'd up and everything. I think it's quite entertaining, and some of the shorts and, all the stuff. Really fun watch. And with that, hopefully you will have a great evening, a good start into the week, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful evening, guys. See you later.